Good afternoon, Sundance owners. I'm going to take a quick moment and show you how to change the fuel filter on the generator should you get stuck out here in the water. Obviously our intent is to have Antelope Point change these filters out, but on occasion things happen and this is a common failure. So I want you to at least be familiar with how to change it should you get stuck. Hopefully maybe I'll be close enough by phone to guide you if necessary, but in the worst case scenario you have this video to look at. So this is a fuel filter. It's going to be a Kohler box. I'm going to keep an extra one, at least one, if not two, at the front helm in the lower area, and it'll be in a gray box. It's a fold-up box, plastic. The two top lids flip open. All our Kohler parts will be in there. Please be respectful of what's in there. Take out what you need, and hopefully with my guidance, and we'll get you back on the road. So real quickly, I'm going to run through this. This is the filter. It comes in a Kohler box. It's in a plastic wrapper. Also in one of the boxes will be a special tool. Please do not lose this tool, because nobody can follow up and replace this without this small little tool. It's split in the middle. It opens up here, and you need that to go up underneath this filter like so, and it releases a snap ring inside the line. That's the only way you're going to get this line off of here. So real quick, I'm going to bring you down here. The fuel filter, this is obviously the generator, center bay, it's white, our motors are black. You come in here, the fuel filter is a silver object that's tied to two black bands that hold it in place. You're going to take this blue clip, it's a tool basically, reach up underneath here, it's plastic, it snaps on to the line like that. You can see it down there hopefully. You reach in, and this is under pressure, so you squeeze it and lift up in here, and it's got a little snap ring. It releases the hose. So now it's up here in place, it's tight against that ring. I can pull this hose up. Again, there's going to be pressure there. Yeah. It's real tight, but it finally came. So you'll see it here. There's a little gas. Again, just a advisement I should have made in the first part of the video was never do this when the engine's hot. Wait, if it has a problem where it's stalling on you or it's surging and dying when you put load on it, those are indication of starvation for fuel. Not always, but pretty good indication. Never come back here and open this up when it's hot. You can see, and I can't smell it, but you can see a little bit of fuel that leaks out of this. Again, because it's under pressure. You don't want that spewing around, vapors or liquid gas getting onto a hot engine. So this engine right now is cold. Then I'm going to take this clip to the lower side, do the same thing. The piece that opens up like this, bring it in here. It's got a little V that allows you to pop it into place. It's now on there. Take two fingers on both sides of that blue tab and push down gently. Don't force it, just gently walk it in there, and it'll spread that ring. It's already separated. Now I'm going to take my fingers, hold the blue clip, you can't see it, but it's right underneath the filter, hold it in place, and I use two fingers to come up with my hand and bring the filter out of the position of the hose and separate it. Nobody said it was going to be easy, but that's how it's done. Pop down under here. Get figured in a little better. Popped off there. So this is dumping a lot of gas at this point. So you're going to want to let this air out. From here I can pull this filter, just guide it up through these two rings, like so. When they stand together, they're going to get tight. You got to kind of separate them and walk that filter up. This gas is not ideal to have laying around, so we're going to put it in this box. I'll let it drip a little bit there. So there's an arrow here on the filter, and that's the way it goes up. You can see that the ring at the top, this is smooth at the bottom. Arrow goes up, so the fuel comes from the bottom and through the filter and into the engine. So the fuel flows this direction. So this goes down. Again, I'm going to separate these rings so it slides into place. I take that hose. Can you see it? Let me have the camera for just a second. I'm going to use a confusion. I just want you to be able to see it. You can see how this snaps into place here. There's the hose. I'm going to reach down, put it into the bottom of the filter. And when I pull that up, which I'm not going to show you on video here, you'll hear it snap. The same thing will occur with this one from the top. Again, you can see that ring inside there. That's a little plastic piece, separates all 4 of those little tongs inside there. So it holds it in place, goes back up on top, and snaps in place. You can hear it snap in. That's already in. I'm going to reach down the bottom and try and do the same thing. I don't know if I can, but there it is. It snapped in. You can hear it snap. So now that's it. It's installed. Not that difficult really, but this is not for the novice. And if you're going to do this, I want to know about it first. So hopefully we'll have some fun conversation. All right? And real quick, that concludes the video. This is very slippery with the gas. It's kind of eating into my shoe. I'll get some rag or something. I'm going to let this air out before I try and start this motor. I'm not going to start it until this fuel will evaporate pretty rapidly, especially in the heat. You can wipe some of it up with a rag if you have one. Get it off the bottom of my shoe here. Again, some of this went down below, just below the filter. I'm going to suck as much of that up as I can. I can smell these vapors in here pretty heavily. So again, this is one of the reasons why we have that blower at the front helm. You always want to turn that on, folks, before you try and start an engine. Always. That's going to suck all the vapors out of this environment back here. Otherwise, you've got electrical circuits. You turn the key, it ignites a spark. It could blow the whole back end of the boat up. So always, always turn on that blower. It sucks all vapors out, particularly now with all these vapors that we have. We're going to run that blower motor for a while before we try and start the motor back up. All right? That's it. That's how to change a filter on the generator. Thanks.